let's say that you call somebody or send an email to somebody or a WhatsApp message or some sort of communication to somebody, and you didn't get the response immediately. You didn't get what you wanted and expected because your expectations are high. Just realize that people live in their values, not yours. They make decisions based on what they believe at that moment with all the different things that are in their conscious awareness that they think is going to give them the greatest advantage or disadvantage of the use of their time. And they may not respond. They may be in the middle of something very important, and this is not as high a priority to them. So to have an unrealistic expectation on somebody just to jump and respond to everything and whim that you have may be a little unrealistic, and you're setting yourself up for being angry. Anger is unmet expectation, and you have an unrealistic expectation, you're going to be angry over something that may not be true. They may have had a baby that need to be diapered at that moment, or they may have had a big business transaction that they're dealing with, or in the middle of an educational conference or something. Who knows what they're doing? So give them the benefit of the doubt. And if you send a letter or send a message or communicate or call or whatever, be reasonable about it. It's wise to stop and ask yourself, where have I done the same thing? Where have I delayed and not been prompt in that? And look at what it was that made me do that and why I did that, because of the choices you made at the time. You didn't feel like that was the greatest advantage and take the time to do that. It's not that you're disrespecting them necessarily. It's just that you're having your own priorities and they're having their priorities. You can't expect people to live in your values. You can't expect them to just do whatever you're expecting. I think that's a bit arrogant and unrealistic. Now, if you want them to, then attach your statement or your message to them in a way that they are winning. If somebody called me and said, Dr. Demartini, we have an opportunity on last minute notice. A speaker has been, sick, and we really are looking, is there any way you can come in and do a presentation on short notice? Well, I love speaking. Now they've attached to something that's meaningful to me. And if they said that we've got a handsome fee for you and you're going to do it, I'll probably get back as soon as I find out about it. So if you're going to ask somebody to do something, give them a reason that's more advantageous and disadvantageous for doing it. Don't just presume that it's important to you, it's important to them. Make sure it's important to them. If you know enough and care enough about them to know what they value, you can think in advance of what could be the benefit to them of them responding. And if they're going to make a response based on what gives them the greatest advantage over disadvantage at that moment. If they got way more important things going on, you'll be on the bottom of the barrel. If you make it where it's more important to them in terms of their values, where they're getting something really valuable out of responding, they're more likely to respond. But just get real. I mean, I sometimes make calls to people and they're in the middle of things and they may not get back to me for a period of time. If I really, really have an urgency, then I will make it worth it to them to make sure they call and tell them it's urgent and say there's an advantage of it and make it a win for them. If you do, you're less likely to be upset. But you're going to be upset if you have an unrealistic expectation for people to live in your values and that they're going to just do something that you think is going to give them more advantage just because you requested it. Give them an advantage. Make sure it's an advantage that's so advantageous that it takes options over some of the other thing, or goes over the options they have. If you do, you're less likely to have them not call you back. If somebody's not responding, they have a good reason for it, or you may have looked back and some of the things you've done in the past and made them not want to respond. Make sure you're honest with yourself and make sure you're not doing something that's pushing them away in the past and make them not want to deal with you. Because if you're emotionally active every time you ask them to do something, if they don't do it, they're probably going to just avoid you. So get real, get grounded, give them a reason for doing it, make it worth it, and realize that people live in their values, not you. If you do, you'll be less expecting and more realistic, and you'll probably get a response because they'll appreciate you trying to make a difference in their life. You help them get what they want to get in life, you get what you want to get in life.